All right, guys. So a stock that I've been talking a lot in my Discord, one of the best stocks that is near $1 range is stock CAN. So I want to go into the video or the chart here and show you kind of what I see here. And the reason why I didn't want to get into this one at this 50 is because when I was talking about this already pumped up and made a really nice return from this support area, almost 20%. And then when price tends to come back to this 50, it tends to break through it and go to the next level. But there's no doubt that, if you got in at 120s, it's not really going to matter. I really truly think this is going to go way higher. This could easily hit $2 again. We're literally into a monster support area right in here. You can also see, where this is going to act. So, yeah, I definitely can see this hitting the 200 and making a monster move. Now, it's all about risk management. Where should you look to get out if it does not work? We're not here to be like, okay, I'm going to either, win big money or lose all my money on this. Everything just comes down to that, right? So when I'm looking at CAN and I see a beautiful trend opportunity, I also want to look into and be like, okay, well, where should my stop loss be, right? Because this is our last line of defense. I don't want this going even lower because then we're going to switch the trend idea. So if this breaks this EMA 200, I'd like to look for another area of demand. And you can see this is your next area of demand right in here where we're kind of consolidated here for that mixed move, big move up. And you can see from here to here, well, what's the stop loss looking like? You're like, okay, that's a little much. I would probably do like a 15% right in here to give me some wiggle room at the upper this wick here. So if you can see this upper wick here, that could easily act as nice solid support. And then right in this area because I don't want to risk too much. So that's how I'm looking at this play right in here. Stop loss at 93 cents. Get in at this area here at the 110, 111. If you want to wait till it actually touches, yeah, you can get a little better entry. Sometimes it gets really close and then it doesn't touch it. But you're right here on this beautiful support level here. You can see this beautiful area here. We had this gap here. It might try to come in it, but I wouldn't try to, you just got to understand what you're looking at right here. Last time you played it here, it made a nice move, made nice gains, comes back into a lower area here, and this could be where it skyrockets. And then you can see all throughout here, there's monster volume. I mean, look at all the volume all into here. So there's definitely lots of buys coming in. It's just people just kind of chased it way up in here. And we definitely can get above this $2 range. I've seen these plays go and they make monster moves. So yeah, I'm just looking at CAN. I think this is a bounce idea. I'm not trying to say invest into this. So right in here, if you're risking, that amount, let's say you get in here, I'd be looking for at least an EMA 5 or an EMA 10. These EMAs to the upside can act as targets. You see how this EMA 20 acted as resistance here? They can act as resistance, but a lot of times I see where you just blow right through them. So if you don't, your targets are going to be these areas here. And then you can see, well, what's the gain on that? Well, you're looking at a 20% there, 30%, and then 32%. And then everything above that is a cherry on top of the ice cream. So yeah, CAN is a really good idea here. Just remember, if you bounce on the 50, it doesn't mean we keep rinsing and repeating it. We wait for price to come back to the next level of the EMA. We look for a solid accumulation or a solid demand area. We look for the next support where we can put our stop loss under. And so this is the analysis that I do of like, okay, well, here's how I would play this type of particular stock. And then, of course, lots of people have averages way up in the $2 zone, way up in the high ones. This is how you get nice discounts on price coming back to you, and then how you can make a nice, solid decision of how much am I risking, what's my risk versus reward, where can I look to take profit, and all these decisions come into factor. And so this is a really nice trade. Obviously, I love day trading more. If you're not into day trading, this is definitely the day trading environment. But for my swing type of ideas, this is what I look for. All my systems do the same kind of thing. I'm looking for accumulation or demand for a nice support zone to get in. I'm looking at the higher value EMAs. EMA 200 is going to be the most highest value. And then we play it from there. No one can predict that this just comes all the way coming down in here. If it never come down there, I would never play it. This had a 50% drop from the high. I just like to, there's always a play to take. I can show you countless and countless of trades. Like, for example, R&R, you can see like how I'm just patiently waiting. People who chase these stocks have got absolutely wrecked. Same thing with Plug. You can see how if people just chase them up to the top, have got literally wrecked. You want to be looking at these charts and looking at the crucial. There's so many stocks out there. You can always get into another one. But look at the area of support, put your stop loss under there, wait for the major areas. You don't have to get into 50, you don't want to. Your crucial levels are going to be your 200. Look at your supply and demand. You right here, you can see there's monster support. This should easily come back up in here. I think right now is a good buy, 110, 111. If you want to be a little more patient, you can get a couple cents off. There's nothing wrong with that. You could miss the trade, but usually when it gets super close like that, I try to get in. All right, so Canada's a next trade that I really like. It's got lots of volume. Coming into a nice support zone. I would not sleep on this. This is my number one stock for an uptrend play that is near the $1 that can move really fast and can make you a monster amount of returns. So check this one out, guys. Let me know if you guys like it. And as always, if you want to join the Discord, definitely check out the Discord down below in the YouTube comments below. And in the description, it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts, and it'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member and subscribe, hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts. You can literally get access to all my strategies for $12 a month, mentorship, live streams, education, and you'll get day trade alerts, swing trade alerts, penny trade alerts, all these kind of plays. My swing trade alerts are going to be more like this on the stronger companies that I can see a nice little bounce on these EMA 200s. All right, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Like I said, I go live every day. And it sucks when people lose money, but when you start looking at these chart patterns, you'll start seeing how price action is really working. You need to look for a price to be in a support area. Usually that is when price pulled back, consolidates before the next leg higher. You can clearly see what you see here is a bull flag where price consolidated, moved up, and then it made the next higher after it broke out of here. That's what this is doing right now. We're coming up into this area of supply. I can definitely see this bouncing up in here. And then you can see that I have a clear risk versus reward. What am I looking to get out if it doesn't fade? I don't want anyone to be like, oh, if this don't work, my whole account's gone. No, do not do that. There's always another play to make back that 10 to 15% stop loss. I can play another trade and make it back. So don't ever think like, you have to win every trade. Trading is not like that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Join the Discord. If you have a computer, you can get you can avoid the iOS fee. It's literally only $12 a month. I'm thinking about increasing it to get more serious traders, so I'm going to keep it down here for now. But yeah, I go live every day. I think you guys will like this. I'll have new videos to set up your charts, recent videos, all in the educations on how to set up your charts and all like this. But let me know in the YouTube comments if you like this stock. I think it's great. I'll be looking to get into it very soon. So we'll see. All right, guys, happy trading. I'll see you guys live every day if you join my Twitch. The link's down below. Peace out.